Good evening, my friends, and happy Wednesday. It's the 11th, I believe, and I hope you're all doing well. We're back again for another vlog for this week, and this evening I have decided to pull out the embroidery machine, got it here, and I'm going to do a project that I've been wanting to do for a couple of weeks now, and I've just been putting it off and putting it off. I thought today I finally get it done and bring you along on the journey. So I have this really lovely pink sort of like jumper sweater type thing, and I want to put an embroidery here on it just to make it a little bit more personalized, a little bit more me. And this is the design I've chosen to do. It's by a pattern designer called Pixie Dust Designs Embroidery, I think, and she does a whole heap of Disney and Pixar and Star Wars designs. And I have to say thank you to Aisha for putting me onto this website, because there are some really great patterns to choose from. But in the file that you download, it comes with this sort of like color sheet, and it comes with all of the different colors you can choose, as well as the brand of thread. I'm not using any of these, but I am using similar colors. This is the whole file here, and it comes in all different sizes, as well as a color sheet and like a big sort of version of the pattern for you to have a look at. So as far as I know, I have downloaded the correct file size onto my little USB, so I'm going to pop it in my machine and I'm going to search for it and see what it looks like. Then we'll get the jumper all prepped and ready and see how it works. So there he is. It's actually quite a generous size pattern. It's going to take up a lot of sort of like the space of the hoop, so I'm pretty excited about that. And it looks like it's going to have, yes, all of the colors all ready to go. So it's going to take 44 minutes. There's over 16,000 stitches and 6 thread color changes. So I'm going to prep the jumper. Because this is like a stretch jersey fleecy type fabric, I'm going to be using 2 different stabilizers. On the back, I'm going to use a cutaway stabilizer. This one isn't fusible, so I might have to like put a little bit of spray onto it, a little bit of adhesive spray. And then on the top, I'm going to be using some Solvay. So this is the stuff that will just dissolve underwater or when you wash it. And this will just help it from puckering, from stretching, and just sort of allow the pattern to sort of sit more on top of the knitted weave of the fabric, then sort of sink down into it. And then these are all the colors I'm using. Using all Gunaman Sulky, and then for Mickey himself, I'm just using a black sim thread. So I've loaded the jumper on to the hoop. It did take a little bit of faffing, but I've got the interfacing on the bottom and then the Solvay on top, and it's now ready to go. And I've just done a basic outline of where the pattern's going to go, and it's actually really quite big. So I will show you what I mean. On this machine, you can choose this feature here, and it will show you on the machine the outline of where like the design's going to be. So if I hit that button there, it's going to show me the rough outline of where the pattern will be, and it's going to be a big one. So I don't know whether I should put it here in the corner, or now, I've changed my mind, maybe I should put it in like the center. That's a thought indeed. I'll get back to it. Right, I've just had a sneaky look in the mirror, and I'm actually going to move this. Instead of the design being on the side, I think I'm going to put it in the middle, because it's going to be like quite big. Like it will fit that sort of size there. So I think it's going to look a little weird. So I think I'm going to put it in the middle. Let's see how we go. Alright, so take 2. I've now centered it in the middle and I'm pretty happy with where it's going to sort of stitch. I did use this little like centering template that came with the machine, and it has like these holes to mark the center and then sort of like the sides. So I did use that to sort of center it in the middle of the jumper. So hopefully I got it right, and I've used these controls here to make sure that it's nice and centered and lining up with the dots that I've made using the template. So I think we're ready to go. So I'm going to press embroidery, and the first color we're going to be using is this really lovely like lilac purple. And off she goes doing the first color. So it looks like it's doing the outline first, and then hopefully it'll fill it all in. Alright, time for an update. This is what we're up to. We're on to the third colour, and it's now just doing the little top part here of the shadow. And then we'll be moving on to the next colour, which will be yellow. But yeah, it's looking really good. I love it. I've got my sewing body with me. Hey, sir. So the next colour is almost done, and this yellow goes so well. Oh, here we go. Last stitches, and there we go. We're ready for the next colour, which is red, but I'm going to be doing this kind of, oh, you can't see it, pinky sort of dark coral kind of colour. But I have to say, I am so impressed with this design. The stitching is so lovely and looks really, really great. I really like it. So I can't wait to see what Mickey's head turns out as. Awesome! Okay, so all of the colours are now done, and we are on to Mickey's face. It looks like it's starting first at his mouth, and then hopefully it'll then do like all of the outline and stuff. But so far, I absolutely love it. It's so colourful and pretty. I love it so much. So hot off the press, he's all done, and I've just snipped away all of the jump threads, and I'm pretty happy with it. I'm not quite sure what happened here. This outline didn't get quite filled in, but that's okay. That's the only sort of part of the design that just didn't quite go according to plan. It could just because it's a stretch fabric, we've just stretched it a bit much. Could be because of the solvay on top, it could be anything, but otherwise I really like it. I'm really happy with the texture of the stitch. It looks really good, really quite professional, and the colours are so vivid and lovely. Really happy with it. So I'm going to take the hoop out. I'm going to take all of the stabilizers away and maybe give it a bit of a press and pop it on, and we'll see what it looks like. Here we go, my friends. What do I think? Oh, it looks so good. I'm actually really quite happy I put it in the center now. I think, I don't know, it would have looked, do you think it would have looked odd in the corner here? I mean, it definitely would have fit, but I like it in the center. It looks really good. So I managed to get all of the solvay from the front, except for in his tongue, but that'll wash away when I wash it next. But I love it. What a happy little project for a Wednesday evening. Yeah. Alright my friends, I'm going to leave you here for the day. Thank you for just clicking on and joining me, and I hope I've given you a little bit of inspiration in, I don't know, making something personal and your own with your clothing. I have another jumper that I think I might do the same sort of idea with, and I'll possibly use another design from this website, Pixie Dust Designs, something like that. I will link the website down in the description box, as well as a link to the same pattern that I have just used. There are some really great fun designs on there if you are a Disney fan like me, so have fun scrolling through all of the designs, because there's lots to choose from. So thank you all so much for joining me today, and I will see you all again tomorrow for another vlog. Bye bye.